You think that's gonna turn her on? You on top of her missionary, your titty finna hit her with the right hook. That's not gonna turn her on. She's not gonna find that attractive. Your blood flow is not gonna be good, so you ain't finna be on, you gonna be on gummy worm mode. And I done been there before.
Base CBO, aka Cole Brown Official. Y'all see the title. Today we are talking about body game is the foundation. And I know a lot of guys like to find the exception. You know, oh, I was 300 pounds and I had a couple girls suck on my pecker. Okay, whatever. But the vast majority, like a man that's in shape, you gotta get lean. You gotta have some muscle to you. And I'm not saying you gotta be like Hulk Hogan, like Ronnie Coleman, but you should have some muscle, you know. And people are gonna treat you differently. People are gonna give you respect off the rip. A lot of women, they might say they like the dad bod. They'll go for the dad bod, but in reality, they won't. And most of the women that will go with the dad bod, it's because they have the mom bod, you know. But if you want the best of the best, if you want the women that work out, you should be working out. Because I'll tell you firsthand, all the girls that I've talked to that work out, they want a man that works out. All of them. And so if we talk about long term or short term, being in shape is going to serve you. And it's going to give you a better life, a more fulfilling life, right? People are going to give you respect. Women are going to be more sexually attracted to you, right? And I really realized this because the treatment, you know, I've been in shape for a long time, but when I started wearing the tighter clothing, when I started showing more sex appeal, showing more skin, women treat me differently. Women will fiend for me. And I've only been with one baby mama, right? And I won't never forget. This is probably a little over a year ago. We matched on Tinder. She messaged me like, you're fine, woo, woo, woo. Then when she come over, she telling me how she nervous and stuff, and she never did anything like this. She only been with one dude, and it was her baby daddy. And a lot of women, they talk like this, they be lying, but I really believe this girl. Like, I think I was the only dude besides her baby daddy to really get up in them cheeks, you feel me? So she telling me that, and I could just tell from the interaction, like, she one of them people, when she nervous, she talks a lot. And when we about to get it on, like, she had a rubber in her like underwear. She pulled it out like, here you go. And I was just like, I got some myself, you know what I'm saying? But the interaction was so different. Like, you could tell she ain't been in these streets, right? But I'm telling you, like, the way she was touching me, the way she was just kissing on my body, like she was fiending for me, you know? And she told me like, oh, I didn't know it could be like this. You have such a nice body. You're so fine. You know, she just kept going on and on and on about it. Like I was her dream man, you know? So she telling me how her man was scrawny and she didn't know sex could be this good. And I kind of feel bad because I think she came from Florida. She moved back to Florida. I think she got back with her baby daddy. And I said, things aren't going to be the same. Because in the back of her head, she's going to be thinking about me. Because she was feeling up on my arm. She was feeling up on my chest. She was kissing my chest. You know, because I had the exact body that she's into. Her baby daddy, like, extremely scrawny. And I'm not, like I tell y'all, you don't have to be super swole. Just have a little bit of muscle to you, at least. And that's what most of these women like. Dudes like, girls like the rocker band dudes and all this other shit. Yeah, but majority, if these rocker band dudes put on a little bit more muscle, they would be even more attractive. We can play these games to try to make people feel comfortable and shit, but fuck that. We got to be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. Most women love that lean physique. Most women like a man with muscle. And I can tell you firsthand that women treat me differently. Sexual encounters are different. Because she's not going to be fiending for you. If I had a gut on me, if I was slightly overweight, you think she would have came over straight to the crib? Probably not. You think she would have been kissing up on my chest? If I had man titties, she would have been filling up on my arms if I had some stick arms? Probably not. So I think a lot of people, we try to make people comfortable. But being comfortable, that's not going to serve you. Telling people, oh, a dad body's fine. You know, if you in your 20s, why you got a dad bod? Now, if you in your 50s, 60s, and you decide to let go, that's on you. You know, I think once you get in old age, that's a decision you have to make. You know? But I done seen dudes 70 years old, still in the gym, still getting after it. But I know those habits, they start to compound over time. So if you've been eating all this junk food, you can get away with it when you're young. It's not hard to be in shape when you're young, but once you get old, okay, all them bad habits are going to start compounding. So the only people that are going to be in good shape at 70, 80 years old are the people that are really serious about their health. But yeah, man, after dealing with that one baby mama, like, I was like, there's no way she's going to go back to her baby daddy and it's going to work. Because in the back of her head, she's going to be thinking about me. Because the way she was feeling on my body, the way she was kissing on my body, it's just like, Shotty was on a different level. You know what I'm saying? She telling her friends about me. And a lot of that is due to body game. And I know y'all be like, oh, you know, this fat guy's with confidence. Okay, but she's not gonna sleep with you the same. She's not gonna be as eager to sleep with you, hop in that bed. She's not gonna, dog, you're not gonna have a bad chick come to your house the first day. The chances of that happening are very slim if you're fat. Even the dude that attacked me, the dude that punched me in my eye. Like I said, the girl he set me up with was friends with his girlfriend. And she's telling me all this stuff. And I told her, like, why are you telling me this? But she like, you know, she don't like having sex with them. And I had to stop her right there. But I was like, of course he's not good at sex. He's extremely overweight. You hitting him from the back, you got to put your gut on her back. You think that's going to turn her on? You on top of her missionary, your titty finna hit her with the right hook. That's not going to turn her on. She's not going to find that attractive. Your blood flow is not going to be good, so you ain't going to be on Hulk mode. You're going to be on gummy worm mode. And I done been there before. Like, I tell y'all, man, I'm going to keep it authentic. I'm going to keep it real. I done had situations where I know I didn't do good. Nah, you caught me on a bad day, I was slacking. A lot of times you don't put it down right, that's the last time you'll see that girl. I done had like 2 or 3 situations like that when I was younger. 18, 19, you know, I ain't really know what I was doing. You smash that girl one time, you know, you might be having ED, you might be watching too much corn, and your meat don't get up. And that's the first and last time you see that girl. You know, that's the first and last time you get the hit. Because you ain't performed. So for the people that say, oh, women are only mental, they might be mental, but they visual too. And if you see the women, more women watch porn than ever before. A lot of women are watching that content online too. So they becoming more visual, and women are more pickier than ever. They have more standards than ever. Because they see all these people on Instagram, on all the social sites. So they feel like they deserve more than what they do. So you go and smash that chick. A lot of these women sleeping around too, so they got more experience. You go and smash her and you don't do a good job. Okay, now she thinking about her ex that did do a good job. That's just what it is. But people don't want to accept that reality. Though, a lot of these women, they got all these toys, these dildos, these what's it called, the rose, all different types of toys to pleasure themselves. A lot of these women care about catching the nut. So if you don't put it down good, some of these women aren't gonna mess with you no more. You have about 1 or 2 shots and then they done. Now, is that the best woman? Probably not. You know, that's probably not the best woman if she just focus on catching a nut like that. But even if you focus on short term, you got to be able to put it down. And you can't put it down if you're extremely overweight, if your meat's going inward, if your blood flow is not good. So it's not just about your health, it's about your performance too. And just feeling good for long term, man, because you can eat this junk food when you're young, but it's going to compound, it's going to catch up to you. I know this one dude, he was telling me, I don't think the junk food is that bad. No, people talk like it's killing us and stuff, but people still live until their 70s. And I said, they might be alive, but they won't thrive. You know, we might keep them alive, but they aren't thriving. You might live till 70, but since the age you was 40 something, you've been in pain every single day. Is that the way to live? I don't think so. And I did my CPR thing. I forget what it's called. You getting certified for CPR. And this the dude that told me, like, he don't think people that the food is that bad for us and stuff. We doing the CPR thing. Dog, that's easy. You pushing on the chest. We had a little dummy, right? The little dummy. You pushing on the chest for like 30 times. Then you take 2 breaths in the mouth. Push on the chest. about 30 times. Take 2 breaths. He did that and he was like out of breath. And he doesn't look like he's very out of shape. Like he looks like a regular dude. He's borderline got a dad bod pretty soon, but he looks like a regular dude. But just doing the little CPR thing, he was out of breath. He talking about he feels lightheaded. But he thinks this junk food isn't affecting us. Because I told him, in Europe, a lot of this stuff that's banned in Europe is legal here. Why? Because they don't care about the health and well-being of the American citizen. They don't. They're all about profit. Matter of fact, if you have a health issue, that's another opportunity for them to make money off of you. Muscle can determine if you living longer. Muscle has a lot of health benefits, man. So it's not just about the women. But I know that attracts a lot of dudes to the door. So we might talk about body game, getting the chicks, getting the girls to fiend for you. They want you. They drooling over you. But then I'm also going to tell you what you need to hear. Talking about your health. Talking about living your best life, being fulfilled. Because you don't ever want to chase the woman. Because that's what a lot of dudes do. They chase the woman. They try to impress the woman. These women flaky, dog. She might wake up one day and decide not to be with you no more. But you know, you always going to have yourself, man. So you got to do what's going to serve yourself. You got to focus on yourself. You got to be the best version of yourself. But even short-term, long-term, man, being in shape is going to serve you, especially when it comes to dating. Long-term, if you in shape, she going to look at you like you that protector. If you fat and sloppy, dog, she going to look at you and she not going to feel protected when y'all go out in public. You know, if the certain situation comes up, she not going to think you can really handle it. Because the main women that don't really want to do that's in shape are the women that are extremely insecure. They don't want y'all to go out and there's other women looking at you. Those are the women that say they like the dad bod because they might not like the dad bod, but they'll settle for the dad bod because that dad bod doesn't have as much competition. That dad bod, you ain't got to worry about him cheating as much. Or it's the woman that's fat herself. But I promise you, if you want a chick that's in shape, if you want a chick that's going to throw it back on you, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these chicks that aren't in shape, you know, I done been with girls too. They look good, but they're out of shape. You go on a walk, they're out of breath. And then you get in the bedroom with them and they don't want to do anything. They're lazy. They're the pillow princess. You know? And you get shamed as a fat person. You absolutely do. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're going to get shamed by doctors. You're going to get shamed by people. You're going to get a certain look when you go out in public. Even when you're fat and you start going to the gym, some people are going to look at you a certain type of way. That's just the way it is, but you got to accept that. And you have to accept that you're better than that. That's just something you got to overcome. Because you can complain, you can dwell, oh man, the doctor calling me a fat ass and all this other stuff. Well, it's true. If it's true, why you got an issue with it? If you so positive, body positivity, why you got an issue with being called fat? If you love your body. If you so comfortable in your body, if someone calls you fat and you get uncomfortable, that's saying something. If someone calls you scrawny and you feel some type of way, then that's saying something. But I'm telling y'all, man, people won't try you as much. People will give you respect off the rip. Your sexual encounters will be much better. She gonna fiend for you. She gonna fill up on them arms. She gonna fill up on your chest. Shoot, if you in the hookup culture, she might come straight over to your crib. If you out of shape and sloppy, you might not even get matches. And if you do get matches, they're not gonna come straight to the crib. I promise you that. You know, and I know everything helps, man. Money helps, status helps. But I don't have the most money. I don't have the most status. You know, I don't have, dudes come on my page, oh, you're average in the face, sure. If I'm average in the face, then it's all about the body, man, because I done had chicks come over from the rip. If you completely lost, man, the first step is getting in shape, man. Building some confidence, build a good physique. I always told dudes, like, I don't care why you get in the gym. Ideally, you want to get in the gym for you, but I know a lot of dudes, they got their heart broken. They got cheated on. Their girl broke up with them, whatever it may be. And they go focus in that gym and they find a love for working out and then they stick to it. And then it's just a part of their life. So I always said it doesn't matter why you first get in the gym. As long as you get in there and you stick to it, that's all that matters. But you gonna have a lot of, you gonna live a different reality when you in good shape, bro. I promise you, man. And even if you want to chick for the long term, if you want to chick for the short term, it's gonna be a lot easier when you in shape. You're gonna have more confidence when you look good, man. Confidence without evidence is delusion. So you got to give yourself evidence that you that guy. Shout out to Alex Hermosi, you know. But that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.